Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the 1990 Class B Legion Midget Baseball Tournament Finals. Blair versus Alliance. Alliance 29-4, Blair 30-4. Due to a few technical difficulties, we'll be joining the action here in the bottom of the first inning. In the top of the first, we'll just recap that for you. Alliance came up with 1 run on 1 hit, no Blair errors, left 2 men on base. Alliance got their first 2 batters on base as Kyan Kingston walked both of them. Then Tim Bear singled to right field. That scored Tony Munt. And then a ground out scored. A ground out was the first out of the ball game. Dan Ritchie's fielder's choice was fielded by Joe Pleskatz at shortstop, and they got Jeff Schneider in a rundown between third and home. And then Kyan Kingston struck out Jason Hardy to end the inning, so what could have been a lot worse, Joe, ends up only a 1-0 Blair trailing, or Blair coming to bat here in the bottom of the first.
I'm sure that they feel very fortunate to get out of that situation. As you said, Alliance had runners on second and third with only 1 out and already had a run in, and it looked like they might have a big inning, but Kyan settled down, pitched well, and really credit Blair's defense again. Jim Cross and Joe Pleskatz with excellent defensive plays.
Derek Livermore, the first batter for Blair. Derek plays second base. Matt Sather, first baseman, is on deck. Blair coached by Phil Severs and Dan Peterson. Dan at first base, Phil at third. Ground ball. Derek Livermore grounds out to Jeff Schneider at third base. Schneider to Hardy for out number 1. Blair got here by defeating Auburn 15-3 and O'Neill 5-3. Alliance got here by downing Wahoo 10-1 and Plattsmouth 14-10. James Garrett on the mound. Steve Lale behind the plate for Alliance. Jason Hardy at first base. Pat Brown at second. Tony Munn at shortstop. Jeff Snyder at third. Matt Sather the batter. Low ball. 1-1 now to Sather. Or 2-0 to Sather. High. 3 balls, no strikes.
And observing this umpire, David, you know, an umpire can make a lot of difference in the game. This one appears to have a tight strike zone. You're going to have to throw good pitches to get strikes, so you may see some people walking in this game. We saw the 2 Alliance batters walk to lead off the game.
3 balls, 1 strike to Sather. Pops him up. Pat Brown at second base underneath it. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Had to battle the sun a little bit there.
2 away now brings up center fielder Dave Rathjen. Alliance with a 1-0 lead here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Rathjen at the plate, Joe Pleskatz, the on-deck batter. David reaches, pops it up. Jason Hardy over in front of the Blair dugout. He makes the catch for out number 3. For Blair in the first inning, 3 up, 3 down. After 1 complete, the score, Blair 0, Alliance 1. We'll be back with more after this message.
Hey, are you guys going to college?
Yeah, but I haven't really decided where yet.
Welcome back to this 1990 championship game here. Midget baseball, Blair versus Alliance. And after 1 complete inning, it's Alliance 1, Blair 0. Setting the defense for Blair, Kyan Kingston on the mound, Joel Jacobson behind the plate, Matt Sather at first, Derek Livermore at second, Joe Pleskatz at shortstop, Jim Cross at third. In the outfield, Scott Stover's in left, Dave Rathjen in center, and Larry Martin in right. First batter for Alliance is Pat Brown, the second baseman. He's the young man that caught the final out. Pops him up. Stover over there makes the catch in left field. So 1 away here in the top of the second. Brings up pitcher James Garrett. He'll be followed by the catcher Steve Lale. 8 and 9 coming to the plate now.
We've got the sun almost directly overhead, so just about any pop-up could be a ball that you could have a little trouble with. So far, it hasn't appeared to bother anybody as every ball's been caught.
Kyan Kingston struggled in the early going, but has come back in fine fashion here in the bottom of the first, top of the second. Although he drops behind Garrett 2-0 here. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Garrett.
Kyan works very, very fast.
According to our information, Joe, Garrett, this is the first action that James Garrett has seen in this tournament. Kind of unusual. "3-1 pitch. Popped up down the right field line. Sather going after it, but it's out of play. So a full count now to James Garrett. Top of the second inning. 1 away. Alliance leads by a score of 1-0. Kyan Kingston looks to Jacobson. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Kyan issues his 3rd walk of the ball game.
Pitch looked pretty good, Dave. I'm not sure if he called it high. The catcher didn't appear to move his glove.
Brings up the catcher, Steve Lale. Lale will be followed by top of the order leadoff batter Tony Munt. Kyan in his duty in the opening game, Joe, walked only 1 batter, like the leadoff batter of the inning. Didn't issue another walk the rest of his duty. I guess he walked 2. He issued 1 in the 4th, but has already issued 3 this afternoon.
Well, and sometimes you're a little tired, maybe your control isn't there, or it can be the difference in the umpire. Some umpires really give you a wide plate, give you the corners, and give you a little up and down, and some don't. And as I said, this umpire, that last pitch didn't appear that Joel Jacobson even moved his glove, but he called it a ball, and I think high.
First pitch, strike 1 to Steve Lale.
But if he has a tight strike zone, that should even out for both teams. And
curveball misses. 1-1 now to Lale. We've got James Garrett at first base. Lale with a 1-1 count, 1 away. Top of the second inning, Alliance leads 1-0. Plated 1 run in the first inning. Could have been worse. Swings and misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Lale. Kyan Kingston, the left-hander, on the mound for Blair. 1-2 pitch now to Steve Lale, the catcher. Misses. Evens the count at 2-2. James Garrett gets a lead at first base. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. Kyan records a strikeout. His 2nd of the afternoon. 2nd out of the inning here. That brings up top of the order Tony Munt. Munt drew a walk his first time up.
And he ended up scoring the 1 run of this ball game.
2 away, top of the second inning. 1 runner on. First pitch misses. Ball 1. Ground ball, foul down the third base line. Evens the count at 1-1 to Tony Munt. Jeff Snyder, the third baseman, is on deck. He also walked his first time up and was caught in a rundown between third and home. Foul ball chased and gotten back in here.
It's been kind of a typical Blair game so far in that our defense has really helped us, and we've played good defense all year, and we've certainly played good defense in that first inning.
1-1 pitch. Long fly ball out to right center field. Martin over underneath it. He makes the catch. Dave Rathjen and Larry Martin collided out there in left to right center field yesterday, but that time Larry hauled her in for out number 3, and for Alliance in the top of the second, they come up empty. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. After 1 1/2 inning of play, the score Alliance 1, Blair 0. We'll be back after this message from the Washington County Bank.
Sunshine, it's a part of your life, just like the rain. It's a part of living, one time to get the most out of life. So let a good friend help you along. Make Washington County Bank a part of your life.
You know something? At Washington County Bank, it doesn't make any difference how much money you have. It belongs to you, not us. And we're pretty homegrown about how important that really is. We like to think of it this way. One person, one banker, one loan officer, one teller, or one person, one president. One to one, we want to be a part of your life.